Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Would you come on in here and sit down with me, and we're going to study today Psalm 4. We're going to look at verses 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 are really, these are verses that they go together because they're in the same psalm, but they're broken up by the Selah. So if you look at the structure of the entire psalm, we have verses 1 and 2, Selah, verses 3 and 4, Selah, and then 5 through 8. So the psalm is divided by the Selah rather nicely, really. We have three sections. We have sections 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then 5 through 8. So that's one way to approach the psalm. But because I'm trying to do this in 5 days, every psalm I try to give as much, attention to every verse. But sometimes I come up on situations like this where there's really a nice natural division, and I have to do, a song, the verse on one side and the verse on the other side, and that's where we are today, 2 and 3. So 2 ends this first section. The first verse was, "When I call, answer me, O God of my righteousness. You've enlarged me in the past. Hear my prayer right now. Have mercy on me." Now, notice verse 2. "Sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame? You all love vanity. You seek after falsehood. Selah. Know then that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him." And I just read to you from my translation. You notice in the King James, we begin with pretty much the same thing. "O you sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame and love vanity, and seek after leasing, or I have falsehood instead of leasing." So verse 2 brings to a close the request. So now we understand why he's praying, "Answer me when I call, have mercy on me," because he's under attack. "O you sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame?" So someone is trying to, pull him down, to tear him down, which, is the case throughout the psalm. All the psalms that David writes, we have the enemy and the wicked man and the ungodly man and so forth. Always there, his enemies are always saying things about him. They're speaking certain things. And we're going to have that again too. Is it this psalm? Yeah, down in verse 6, they speak again. So we had them quoted in Psalm 2, we had them quoted in Psalm 3, and here they are being quoted again. So we're going to get to see what they have to say about the matter. So David makes this prayer, "Here's why sons of men have attacked me." Okay, then the Selah. So we break. And I guess this is the first Selah that we've had in the Psalter. So Selahs are meant to, cause a division. If they were spoken in worship, there would probably be a pause. Or maybe we would listen to a choral refrain. Or perhaps we would just listen to silence and consider what had already been said. But the Selah makes a break, makes us pause for a moment. And then we have verse 3. "Know then that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself." Let me find the King James here. "But know that the Lord hath set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him." All right, so the godly have been set apart. Here we have election in the Psalms. God has set apart a group of people for himself. And this group of people are the godly, the righteous ones. Not made righteous by their own deeds, but made righteous by the Lord himself. And so we have election mentioned. The Lord has set them apart. And because the Lord has set them apart, what does David say here? He says, "He will hear when I call." Why? Because the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. So we have the sons of men, and they're saying whatever it is they're saying, doing whatever it is they're doing. It's not good. The Lord has set the godly apart, and David says, "I know he'll hear me again. He'll hear me this time as well." Will he have mercy? Yes, he's going to have mercy because the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. Amen. Okay, so join me tomorrow, and we're going to look at verses 4 and 5 here on Daily Dose Radio.